All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Daily Wrap. Today was Tuesday, the 5th of July, 2022. Whew, what a day. We started off today with an awesome episode of the Level 1 podcast. I revealed that the YouTube channel that I'm going to react to on this Saturday is... I'll let you figure out for yourself. Go watch the Level 1 podcast. It's kind of messed up, but basically this is a channel it has a whole bunch of different series. One of them is called like Twisted Tens. One of them called Seriously Scary. And what it is a bunch of countdowns of supernatural stuff, but also like unexplained phenomenon. There's a bunch of like true crime murder documentary style stuff on there too. So it's very different. It's not drama content. It's not about me. It's something completely different. And this is the channel that I'm going to be reacting to on this Saturday's upcoming special marathon event. It's a Saturday, July 9th, okay? So I talk a lot about it on the pre-stream, or I should say the Level 1 podcast. Technically it is the pre-stream, but it's the podcast too. And a bunch of other things as well. Talked about, my thoughts about all the retro stuff I've been doing this week, a little bit of a preview of everything else coming up this week, and all of that. So it was a fun Level 1 podcast this morning, followed by a very fun stream of Final Fantasy VII. And incidentally, we got exactly as far in Final Fantasy VII as I thought we would. I had actually titled the stream like the push to the Shinra Tower. Guess where we ended the stream? Literally arriving at Shinra Tower. We spent like maybe 15 minutes in there and got lost. Which I knew would happen because it happens every time I play the Shinra Tower part of Final Fantasy VII. That's actually one of my most hated parts of the game because it is so annoyingly non-specific of what you need to do. And you always kind of end up going a little bit in circles. You don't know where the save points are. I don't like it, all right? Now, it's funny because at the tail end of the stream, some people said they went back and noticed that I didn't save. Maybe I didn't. But if I didn't, it's not a big deal anyway because I really only played for about 15 minutes. And now that I know what to do, I should be able to like turbo through it when I play it again later on in the week rather than be lost and walking in circles. I know exactly the order to do things now. So it really shouldn't be too much of a concern. Like I said, maybe anywhere from 5 to 10 grinding style minutes to get back to where I was. Not a huge deal. Okay. Anyway, had a good time and support was outstanding. People again showed up, engaged, supported the stream. So it seems like you guys so far are really liking Final Fantasy VII. I appreciate that because I'm enjoying the playthrough as well. Next time around when we play it later in the week, we will be leaving Midgar and moving on to the parts of the game that are outside of what was in the Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is funny because it'll only be about maybe 8-9 hours in. Yet the remake was, 40 plus hours to do it? So think of all that padding that they added in the Final Fantasy VII Remake, right? So, it was a great first stream for sure. Then, on tonight's late stream, it was the continuation of Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. I want to say shout out to a few people, Shia in particular, but a few others as well, who were there helping me to figure out what to do because the game was so cryptic that there's no way you could figure this stuff out. Some of it, yes. Some of it, not so much. But yeah, knowing where to go to find upgrades and hidden items, knowing what direction to go inside of a dungeon rather than going the wrong way and completely wasting your time. Man, at the very tail end, I got tilted. I was in, I think it was the third major dungeon of the game. They literally will not give you magic. I try hitting every statue, every enemy. No enemies are dropping magic anymore. And you're at the very end, and they give you a gauntlet of knights you need to fight inside of a confined corridor. You can't avoid them. And then after that, you have to fight the boss. And it's like, what the hell were they thinking? Like, seriously, you have to be a sadistic jackass to design a game like that. And that's how they made this game back in the freaking 1980s. Like, I can't believe they would expect a kid to play this. Seriously. Like, it really is. It's mean. It's just fucking, there's challenge, and then there's, I'm going to be a mean dick. And that's really what this game ends up being in parts. The good news is, despite me raging and losing it, I did make progress, and now we're in a whole new area. We got the raft. We teleported to or sailed, I guess we should say, to a new part of the game. And when we pick this up later on in the week, I'll be starting in a whole new area. Okay? Now, support for Zelda 2 did not go very well. It was actually one of my least supported streams I've had all year. I don't know what happened. We didn't even make 20 bucks in tips and not even 10 bucks in super chats and 0 members. People liked it. There was good attendance, but outside of that, the support was very low. I would hope that will pick up. Especially considering the fact that, guys, this is not a playthrough I picked. This is a playthrough that was viewer's choice. So I would hope that it's entertaining. I mean, there's a lot of rage in this playthrough. If that's the kind of stuff you tune in for, you're going to see a lot of rage and frustration, okay? But I would hope that moving forward, there will be more support for this playthrough, okay? Now, I'm not here tomorrow. Tomorrow's my day off from streaming. Hallelujah. I need a nice day off to relax after this Zelda 2 stream tonight. Holy shit. All right? So, good stuff. Great week. What I do want to say to everyone here on demand, I already said it on the stream tonight, but I want to say it to all of you on demand who watch as well. Thank you for supporting the retro stuff I'm doing right now. Every freaking playthrough I'm doing is retro. That's because there's no new releases of any real significance that I care about for another 2 weeks. The next new releases that I care about in July are Stray and As Dusk Falls, which both come out on July 19th. Outside of that, I'm actually not really interested in much at all. So that's why we're doing all this retro stuff. I mean, we're doing Final Fantasy 7. We're doing Zelda 2. We're finishing up Castlevania Anniversary Collection. We just finished up Sonic Origins, Capcom Fighting Collection, retro fighting games. You see, everything I'm playing is retro right now. So thank you for tuning in and supporting retro. I didn't know if it was going to work. It is working. This is working significantly better than 9 years ago when I did a summer of retro and everyone basically crapped on me and said, oh, this is boring. There's no new releases. Why don't you play Grand Theft Auto or something else like that? It backfired big time back then. This summer, it seems to be working, and I'm very happy about that. I think it's because I'm listening to your feedback to partially choose the games that I'm playing. So just so you guys know, once we start wrapping up other playthroughs, including Castlevania, which is going to end soon, which I'll talk about in a moment, as well as anything else we finish, I'll be looking for a few other replacement playthroughs. I can tell you right now, the next thing on the agenda will be Fable Anniversary Edition, which is what you guys voted for Viewer's Choice, and it came in by second place, only by 0.04% of the vote. It was like 5 votes for the reason that it didn't win. It's crazy. So we're going to be playing that next, and then after that, I probably will be picking and choosing a few games to explore. For example, I think there's a game called War of the Monsters that I might just dabble with. Maybe I'll do like 1 or 2 really throwback retro games at night, and then I'll actually try to do another playthrough, like maybe MotorStorm Apocalypse or maybe Super Mario Brothers 2, something like that, to kill some time until we get to those new releases in a couple of weeks, okay? So that's what's on the agenda in the long term, but what's in the short term? When I come back for my day off on Thursday, it's Ask the King, the return of my Q&A show. If you have not yet, I strongly urge you to head over to DSPGaming.com. That's my website. Head to the general section. Head to the forum about Ask the King, and there you will find the thread where you can post up your questions for the show. Please do so tomorrow if you haven't. The more questions I get, the better the show is, and I draw the vast majority of my questions from that thread. In addition, if you're a channel member, you may not realize this. You have the ability to post a priority question right now on DSP Gaming. All you gotta do is go to the main channel page of this channel, go to the members tab, and there's a post right there from around 10 days ago where members can post up their questions. As of yesterday, there was like 30. Maybe there's more now. Many of you were gifted memberships today. I forgot to mention here on the Daily Wrap, we hit the members goal for July today. Yeah, it was a couple people who came in and gifted a ridiculous amount of members. We got 65 memberships today and hit 540 members and above. So we've hit the members goal, all right? For any of you who were gifted memberships, now's your chance. Post up a priority question, okay? The more questions we get between DSPGaming.com and the members-only thread there, the better the show will be, all right? Now, reminder, when I do Ask the King, it starts later than my normal streams. It starts around 12:30 p.m. Pacific time. So Thursday, 12:30 p.m., stream will begin. It will be on a Bridge Level 1 podcast, and then we'll jump right into Ask the King. 3 hours of live Q&A. On Thursday night, we're going to finish up Castlevania Anniversary Collection by finishing Super Castlevania 4 on the late stream. Friday is going to be the continuation of Final Fantasy 7 paired with a Friday Night Fights segment of Capcom Fighting Collection, multiplayer online. And then Saturday is the big marathon event. There's going to be Feasting with the King. We're going to be voting all week on the cuisine. There's going to be reacting to the Rob Gavigan YouTube channel. There's going to be a sim match of WWE 2K22 30-man over-the-top rope fantasy battle royale, just like we did about a month and a half ago, and you guys loved it. You want it again. It's happening again. All kinds of fun stuff this week, man. I'm really excited. I hope you guys are too. And again, I want to wish you all a safe and fun day off tomorrow. I hope to see you back on Thursday. Everyone, peace out. Have a good night, and I will see you Thursday morning. Well, I take that back. I'll see you Thursday afternoon for Ask the King. Peace out. See you then, everyone.